Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is Monday, February 11th, 2019. We got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the release of a new quest, Chef's Assistant. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, this is an all-new free-to-play quest, Chef's Assistant. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to Cook's Assistant that's been in the game since the dawn of time. Players this time around are going to be helping the head chef in the cooking guild to master a recipe on a top-secret cheesecake desserts to show off to the next Cook's Apprentice and Kitchen Expert Society meeting. Now this quest, like I said, is free-to-play. Only requirements are that you have 32 cooking and have completed Cook's Assistants. To start the quest, you want to head on over to the cooking guild in Varrock and talk to the head chef. This is a fairly short quest with no combat, so it should be fairly accessible to most players. Once completed, you'll be able to make 6 different varieties of cheesecake, some of which use the flavored milks from player-owned farm. These will do things like not only heal you, but restore a small amount of prayer points. So it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, head on over to Varrock Cooking Guild and get started on the quest. This video is not a guide, it's not the nature of these types of videos. So with that being said, we're going to head on over to the patch notes and see exactly what we got going on over there. So let's go ahead and check it out. They've made some improvements to the interaction for the archipelago map in player-owned ports, and the following interfaces have been updated to be the modern style. The ones you can find in player-owned ports, the Flash Powder Factory Reward Shop, Dual Arena interfaces, and some of the older dungeoneering interfaces. For example, the Floor Select, Complexity Select, Floor Settings Boss Select, and the Ring Customization. Moving on to some other fixes, switching weapons quickly will now auto-switch the correct action bar. Increase the damage threshold that spawns manifestations on Solak Phase 4 so that they don't spawn so frequently. Worn Tetsu can no longer be traded. The Amer Pumps Purple should now appropriately be visible on the wardrobe. Twitch Prime Loot will no longer get delivered whilst inside Broken Home Quest. If you have a full inventory when claiming the Twitch Prime, it will now show you an info box to better display the info needed. Slider puzzles and clue scrolls will now update reliably. The Garaho team cards now work properly. Caviar can once again be used to make barbarian mixed potions. Smithing a bronze dagger in the tutorial island has been updated to now require 2 tin and 2 copper, since it requires 2 bronze bars to make a bronze dagger now. Quest Journal now has a next and previous buttons to cycle through previously viewed quests. Hit points of gem rocks have been reduced. Depositing full Superior Death Lotus on the POH armor case via the bank will no longer delete the boots and gloves when reclaiming. Attempting to load a crystal tool seed from the preset slot will no longer disconnect the player. Loading a bank preset with a noted object in the Beast of Burden inventory will no longer attempt to drop the item on the floor. Fixed an issue where you could not mine living rock remains another player has killed after the minute timer. If destroyed after retrieving it from Zemorigo's pedestal in New Varrock, Heart in a Canopa jar can now be reclaimed from Ernie. Trading Rune Bull Rush scrolls will now reward a more appropriate amount of spirit shards. Using a farm animal on a paddock entrance will no longer cause a disconnection. Trapper farm hands will no longer occasionally be unresponsive when interacted with. Dwarven miners in the empty throne room now heard about the rework of mining smithing. They should no longer flail madly at a place where dark animica used to be. Change the player-owned farm trapper animal gathering timer from 30 seconds to 6 hours. Removing animals from the storm barn can no longer cause a disconnection. Corrected values of KP spears in relation to the base variant. The custom fit masterwork armor checks for being on Reaper or Slayer tasks have been tightened to no longer degrade whilst on these tasks. Fixed an issue with Solak kill timer not tracking and settings records correctly. Moving on, now with this update, they've done a whole bunch of cleanup for quests, so we're going to jump into what has been changed so far. First off, quest lists can now be sorted by the area you start the quest, the release date of the quest, what age it's from, be it 5th, 6th, or ambiguous, the combat difficulty, the quest series, and the timeline. Quest lists now display names in the proper alphabetical order to match their position in the list. For example, Lost Tribe, the instead of the Lost Tribe. Missing quest list entries for the Recipe Disaster subquest have been added. These are going to be hidden in the quest list anyway, but it allows them to be referenced by other systems, for example, achievements. Quest overview, accept, and complete screens. The following information has been added to those: quest series, episode, age, release year, recommended, voice acted, members, and length. Rewards are now listed on the quest accept screen and complete screen in a consistent manner. Rewards that the player will not be given, such as combat lamps or treasure hunter keys on repeat playthroughs, will no longer be displayed on the accept and complete screens. Fixed a persistent bug where most recent quest start icons couldn't be removed from the world map if you toggle off quest icons. The latest content lozenge on the featured tab in Adventures now has a consistent automated breadcrumb strategy when the latest content is a quest. The set active feature of the quest journal can now consistently breadcrumb to the start point of almost all unstarted quests. The button now also has a distinctive look when toggled between active and inactive states. Quest Point Shop portal previously just teleported you to the start of the latest quest without warning. It now checks the requirements for the latest quest and notifies you of where you'll be teleported. Various typos and inconsistencies in quest item reward text, quest complete headings, and quest journals have been fixed. Improved dialogue of Ilana, who replaces Xenia at Lumberge Catacombs after Heart of Stone. Her dialogue hadn't been changed to account for being a different character. Removed 6 age dialogue from the Dwarf King in the Birthright of the Dwarves and made the quest ambiguous. Ikadia the Exile's 6 age dialogue topics now only appear if you've completed Birthright of the Dwarves. Removed 6 age dialogue from King Lathis in Plague's End and made the quest ambiguous. Changed 6 age dialogue, World Guardian reference in Beneath Cursed Tides to only appear if completed the World Wakes and made the quest ambiguous. Reclassified the age of various other quests in collaboration with players. Added suggested requirements of Nomad Requiem and Nadir Unabridged Saga to Dishonor Among Thieves. Added suggested requirements of Dishonor Among Thieves to Evil Dave's Big Day Out. Added suggested requirements of rune mechanics because Kipple, the Rune Guardian, and a player felt strongly about this. And the Fate of the Gods, because Elder Gods for the same reason, to Heart of Stone. Some changes have been made to While Gothic Sleeps. It currently has several requirements intended to increase its prestige at the time, but which weren't needed for any narrative or mechanical reason. Inflating requirements made it difficult for them to build on existing stories, and many more Grandmaster quests have since been created. So this project trims back the requirements to what the quest truly requires. Remove the following redundant requirements: While Gothic Sleeps, 270 quest points, Morning's End Part 2, Recipe for Disaster, Summer's End, Swan Song, and Zogre Flesh Eaters. Added Wanted as a requirement to While Gothic Sleeps as it needed to talk to Sir Tiffy and be redirected to Acrasay. Added Nature Spirit recommended quest for Druid Pouch Recharge to make Ancient Gothic's temple puzzle easier. Added 25 agility requirement as you need to jump onto the roof of Lucian's Chaos Temple. Defender of Varrock and Legends quest ensures that you'll have over 50 agility anyways, but it's added for safety's sake. Updated a requirement check on Radimus Urkel when starting While Gothic Sleeps, which was inconsistent with the quest requirements. The check for access to the Warriors Guild now passes if you have 99 attack or 99 strength. The option on Ivy Sophista to continue While Gothic Sleeps is now clearly marked instead of being an other option. Improve the hinting from Reldo to find the Hunter Expert in the jungle north of Uglog. You now have a knife on your tool belt, so they remove the message that says you need a knife when you need logs to set up a pitfall trap. Therisk was charging over 20k for his Snapdragon Seed, set the price to a fixed value of 100 coins. Corrected required items in the quest overview screen to more accurately reflect what items are needed. Remove some post-quest dialogue from Idria since she dies during Ritual of the Majorat. She could not have known about the events of the Bird and the Beast in the 6th Age. Elite Khazard guards in Movario's basement are aggressive again. This was the case pre-EOC. Graphically updated the versions of Turiel, recruited into the ground floor octagonal room east of Acrasay in Falor Castle during While Gothic Sleeps. And finally, we got some changes to the quest Children of Ma. Grandmaster 6H quest is required for Slisky's endgame and currently requires Koshai's Troubles, a mini quest which requires Ritual of Magic Rots, a Grandmaster quest which requires most 5th Age quests. This effectively means that Slisky's endgame requires most of the 5th Age, defeating the point of starting a new age to reduce prerequisites. So to resolve this, the 6th Age version of Karshai has been added to the tip of the frozen area of Relica, a reasonable distance from Koshai's area, and a player can start Children of Ma by talking to him if they meet the quest requirements. Due to Balmung, Karshai is associated with Bane weapons, and when the mining and smithing project was released, this is the primary Baneite mining area. He's also used as a tutor for tuning Bane weapons. Koshai's Troubles is now a recommended instead of required quest for Children of Ma. You can still start the quest and access his dialogue from Karshai in Relica as before. Updated Children of Ma's quest journal, where it references to Karshai's location. And Karshai now offers to teleport the player to the ritual site instance, which if you haven't completed Ritual of Mott is the only way to access the ritual marker. Clicking the marker will return you to Karshai if you haven't unlocked the ritual site. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below, so head on over there if you want to go check them out. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I'm out. Peace.